which spread fire retardant foam in response to encroaching flames. Really? That sounds really, really useful. Okay. Multi-analyzer, moisture pump. Moisture pump. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, to RimWorld Alpha 14. I'm your host, Falcon. As always, if you're excited about RimWorld and you're happy to see it again, do let me know by leaving a like. At the moment, RimWorld kind of crept up on me when I already had a full plate of a lot of games and series I'm covering. So I'm kind of in a bit of a tough spot right now because I'm trying to figure out what needs to stick around, what needs to be a daily series, what is here short-term, what is here long-term. So again, I base all of these decisions on your input, so if you guys are enjoying something more than something else, I do produce more of what you guys are enjoying watching. So I have a bit of good news though. As I mentioned last episode, I was going to have renames for today. This is a new day of recording, mind you. What I did was, off camera, I wanted to get more comfortable with the game because I've been away from it since Alpha 10. So down here, before we get to the renames, mind you, there are renames, you probably already saw them up here, but I'll introduce them properly here pretty soon. Off camera, I took a look at how much room you need for the spacious buff for the psyche. It seems like you need a lot of room, and we don't really have too much room for a lot of rooms here at the moment, so I decided to just go with a smaller setup. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, and soon we'll have 3 rooms. And I want to get everybody their own individual rooms soon, so they stop sharing bedrooms and start getting really depressed about that. So that's over here set up already, going forward anyway. Now for the renames. Andis has now been renamed over to John Cena. Cue the music, goddammit. And number 2, we also have Snugs. Now, Snugs was actually Rena beforehand, and while I was doing some stuff off camera, I was able to finally recruit Rena as well. So, what do you mean you people, Falcon? I meant you viewers, obviously. 2 of you viewers have now been renamed, so welcome aboard. As I mentioned, I picked these out randomly, and as we progress with the series, I will do more renames going forward, based on people who want to get renamed. Let's unpause, and let's have these bad boys over here do some of their thing as we go forward. So over here we have a dumping stockpile for just chunks. Obviously when we mined this out, at least when I was mining it off camera, we had a lot of these chunks left over, so I had to move them out of there so they're not inside the room, because you can't have a room with a bunch of slag chunks in there, They're not gonna like that too much. Over here I did add a different growing zone because Rosie has been growing over and over. She's been leveling up a bit more, so she now has the ability to actually grow hay grass, which I believe it's for the animals, for you to feed your animals and stuff like that. So I don't know, I'm experimenting over here. So we have strawberry field, potatoes, and we have rice, and over here we'll have hay grass for the animal. Speaking of the animal, I'm sure I'll probably hear it in the comments, but even before I read it in one of the future episodes that haven't aired just yet, I noticed, I was like, why does this guy ever sleep in here? Or why doesn't this female bear ever sleep in here? Well, the answer was pretty obvious, Falcon. The box that I made was actually for small animals. So now I have an animal bed for a soft bed for animals to sleep on. Fits any animal. So potentially now our bear Joy, hopefully, will get some sleep over here. And speaking of Joy, I also want to start taming her so she could actually help us with hauling, attacking stuff, etc., etc. That's going to be actually Wesley Snipes' job too, because he has a pretty good stat when it comes to taming animals and whatnot. Speaking of which, research, we have to continue doing that. I did finish up one of the researches off camera, so let's do another one. Let's go with smithing could be useful to make our own weapons and tools, huh? Carpet making could be pretty useful for positive effects. Auto doors, I don't think that's really too important at the moment. What is this one? Build machining tables to craft guns and machinery to disassemble dead mechanoids. That could be pretty useful as well. Let's actually start off with smithing. We'll do that one. Okay. And that should be the job of our boy, John Cena. I think, anyway. Yeah, he's a 7 of 20. Snipes is a 5, and then Rena, or Snugs, I should say, can do it, but, she's going to be mostly our cook now because she's an amazing cook. I mean, her job is a chef, so it makes sense. Over here, as you can probably see, I've also been cutting some of the grass. I put some concrete underneath the batteries, so if fires do spread, they don't, fires will spread on grass, but they won't spread on concrete. So that's a way to kind of, make sure it doesn't, cause a giant, brush fire inside of my base, assuming we get some sort of terrible event that causes that. So that's looking here pretty good. Let's go to research, though. John Cena, you're going to be doing no hauling, nothing over here other than just research, my friend. So I'll keep you as firefighting patient, doctor, veterans, and flick, that's okay. But everything else, just go ahead and start doing research. So John Cena, there he is, researching away. What a baller this John Cena is, John Cena did it again, guys. He never loses. Alrighty. I mean, he loses, but not ever clean, if you know what I'm saying. You know, there's always, like, some sort of reason why John Cena lost, you know. But anyway, I'm over here talking about my own wrestling, being a fucking mark or smark. I'm sorry, I'm over here just talking wrestling terms. I'll stop. Is this swamp? This is marsh. We have marsh in here, huh? At some point, I do want to go ahead and get rid of everything in here that's, like, you know, flammable. So I think we should probably start cutting down these trees and maybe just start cementing everything down. Now, cement is not really too good, like, or concrete, I should say. It costs little to actually make, but the problem with cement, we should probably assign these beds here. So our next person over here is going to be, let's make Rosie. Rosie down here. Come and get your own room over here, Rosie. And then soon we'll have another room for Snipes, and the other one, oh, you know what? I don't think we're going to have enough room for Rena. And if we do, we might have to do like a metal or a steel wall so nobody attacks it from outside. Yeah, that could be useful. Alrighty, cool. Anyway, so far so good. Let's go into 2 times speed. Since it's nighttime, nobody's going to be working. We might as well just kind of skip forward here a little bit. Let's find out what's happening out here. Pantherman is out here. You guys were telling me... I'm sorry, I just saw 3 panthers and I was like, oh. You guys were telling me in the comments that the reason why I was finding random dead animals is because the panthers will indeed hunt whenever they're hungry. And they could even attack your people when they're hungry as well. And that worries me quite a bit. Let's get... Can you, like, can you go away? Like, I would just like it if you went away. Learn clearing letters with right-click. You can quickly dismiss incoming letters by right-clicking them. Well, I'm right-clicking and nothing's happening, though. Nah, whatever. You hang out there for now, I guess. I don't know what to tell you about that. Hey, look! Joey's actually sleeping inside. Very nice. I'm gonna start, you know, training you pretty soon. Don't you forget that. I just want to get the rest of these rooms over here ready. So, if this will be room number 3, I guess number 4 will become here. Poor mood. Who's in a poor mood? Snipes. Snipes, what is it now, dog? Are you still mad about Rosie rebuffing you as well? I'm sorry, man. Go hit on... I don't know, go hit on Snugs. Maybe she'll be more receptive to it. So, with that done, let's start going ahead over here and doing the architecture around this area. We'll go into structure. We will go into wooden walls, and we'll use this wall as a pre-existing one. And then we'll do bam, bam. Oh, nope, not that. Not that. Bam. Excuse me, Falcon. What is going on here, dog? Why are you so shaky? Why are you so worried? I'm worried about anything that could happen in this game, honestly, but that's not a reason why I'm shaky. Alright, there we go. So it'll be set up like so, and let's go into floors. We will do some more wooden floors through here. Wooden is very flammable, as you all probably know, but it's also the cheapest one. We have a lot of wood already in our inventory, and there's a ton of trees over here we can actually cut down, so, I mean, we might as well use it since we have it here nearby. Alrighty. Then those rocks should be hauled off, so orders, haul things, everything in here. Please haul it into the dumping stockpile over there. And we'll go into furniture. We will do another wooden bed. That's the right one, like so. Afterwards, I want to set up a couple of maybe... I'm a bit worried about having, like, the indoor causing heat stroke because, you know, it's getting hot inside. But at the same time, I'm also worried about having everybody, or giving everybody, like, their own individual, like, freezer little area. Not freezer, but, like, AC system, because I feel it's going to cost a lot of power. So at this point, I'm also saying it's about time for us to expand our power sources over here. So let's go into power. We'll go into battery. Set up another one through here. Why is that conduit there? I don't even know. Set up another one like so. And, oh, place you like that. Now, mind you, this is kind of going against my idea of spreading fires. I like to have, like, a little bit of room between them. What I could do is also mine in here. Now, I read in the comments that there is apparently a little bit of a drawback when it comes to mining these days. Like, apparently there's some things called mega spiders that spawn inside of caves. You tell me, how does that work? Like, how does that exactly work? Like, if I put, like, flooring over here, will they still spawn? Or is it just if I leave, like, you know, literally, like, the rock flooring formation on it? I'm worried about this. I read about it, I have no idea what you're talking about. A lot of you guys mentioned mega spiders, and I'm just kind of like, number 1, I hate spiders, I hate all insects for the most part. And number 2, I heard that they're really strong, so now I'm just really freaking out. So you guys better, like, you know, stop joshing me about mega spiders, alright? So, since I'm a bit worried, we should probably go ahead and, like, floor down the area here, just in case. So how about we go into floors? How is our metal supply? 843. You're just gonna have to do. So we'll do concrete through this. I don't want no mega spiders showing up in here, so we'll do that. Speaking of which, are you still freezing inside? Yep, we're still freezing inside. Great. 91 indoors. 92 indoors. That's actually pretty hot for these people, I gotta say, but oh well. We'll try to deal with it later. Alright, John Cena's still researching away, taking him a long time, John. It's taking way too long, Johnny boy. And then over here, we'll also do concrete just to avoid any sort of, like, crazy spawning. And while we're here, let's go ahead and just haul this last rock out of here as well. Anything else here? No, that's about it. Okay. Alright, cool. So far, so good. Now, for the last one over here, for the last room, 5 inside, right? So it would technically be, let me go into... What am I looking for here? Is it orders? Yes, planning. So this would be wall 1, so then we need 5 across, like this. So that would be the room. We mine through here, but then if we mine through here, we have wood, and then anybody else here can attack the wood. So we're going to have to do a little bit of an interesting thing and actually use steel for that. Oh, look, Snipes is over here falling in love with Rosie again. Snipes, that's what caused problems to begin with. Alrighty, so the way this is going to work out, I'm a bit worried about it, but let's go and do orders, mine. Now, you guys have to do this really fast, mind you, okay? You got to mine, and the moment you mine, you got to, like, go ahead and plug up the hole again. That's what she said. That's not what Rosie said, because if she did say that, Snipes wouldn't be so upset, right? Ha yo, okay. Alright. So, once they mine that out over here... Is that what I'm looking for? 5? No, this is the wall right here. But still, we'll do a steel. So you know what? Actually, mine that. Mine all of this. While you're at it. And then the moment you mine that, I gotta start plugging up this area so no critters get inside of here. So steel, Woody's working on it. Let me go into faster speed, obviously. So we'll go with steel. Auto saving, okay. Okay, you guys might get stuck outside too, it does seem. I'll try to leave one opening for you at the very least. Okay, open that up. Yeah, keep going through there. That's fine. You know what? Give yourself an order, or let me give you an order to mine through here so you get out. Afterwards. Structure. Cargo pods have landed. Alrighty. We're good? We're good so far. Okay. So yeah, mine through that. And then... No! No, you guys are going all the way around. That's what I was worried about. That's the reason why I wanted to get this mined out before anything happened. Now they have to travel all the way around. I'm very disappointed with this situation now. I had a feeling it was going to happen. I was thinking maybe if we mined this out fast enough, we'd have a way, so we don't have to go all the way around. I guess technically speaking, it's not too long a walk. But now look at this. Now everybody's sleeping, and now we have like a complete, total entry to our little base. Well, actually, can they get in? Would the blueprint let the people in? Probably not. I mean, if we can't get in, I imagine enemies can't get in either. Well, I doubt we'll get attacked. I'm being a bit overly paranoid, but still. Cargo pods. What is this? Silver, huh? How about that? Sure, but where's that at? Well, it's not too far from us, actually. But let's do that afterwards, okay? Leave it on X for now. Silver is not going to degrade over time out there. At least I don't think it is. Alrighty. How's everything? Oh, look, we got concrete over here. Perfect. Very, very nice. Like to see that. Now, you, my friends, are indeed powered up, right? You're connected to everything? I sometimes miss these things, but no, you're connected. Okay, cool. You also been telling me in the comments that I should be using the fuel generators as a really good, system to power stuff up. And if we do that, I do believe we're going to set up a couple of ACs to keep these guys, you know, fresh over the heat stroke stuff. We could probably use like a power generator or a fuel generator out here, and then that could power up the ACs for this whole system here. So we might set up just one fuel generator and power everything up, maybe a battery or two. We might have to extend the roof again because obviously, Snipes, you leave Rosie alone. Because obviously if you leave it completely open, then, oh, we're done here. Let me go ahead and put in steel like so. Okay. And with that done, we can now go ahead and just mine the rest of this bad boy out. And afterwards, we'll go ahead and just put wood through here. I don't want to use up all my steel supply. A lot of you guys are telling me that steel was actually kind of rare after a while, so... I do kind of remember that being a case back in the old days, but... Like, you could go like a really long, at least back, you know, speaking in my whole YouTube RimWorld stuff, I could go a really long series without ever really running out of steel, but, you know, maybe it's been like, I don't know, balanced out since I last played, so that could be a case too. Alrighty, let's go into structure and set up the wooden walls through here. Okay. And a wooden door right there. And floors. Preferably, let's let them finish, Falcon. Come on. You're almost done. Come on, Snipes. You got it, buddy. There you go. Alrighty. Furniture, everybody's got their own room now. So that should help out with the issues going forward, I gotta say. Any sort of like, hey, people up. Sorry, I almost kind of like, kind of pooped a little bit when I saw these things. Like, I saw the crash ones. You saw them, right? They just popped up. I was like thinking, oh my god, it's a raid right next door. But no, it's actually muffalo wool. Hey, that's pretty good. We could probably use this to make equipment and stuff. Like clothing. We have to make some clothing, by the way. How does that work out? Is it still required to tailoring? It's probably still tailoring, which is something we have to research, right? Let's see here. Which one would be the one for not brewing? That's beer, Falcon. You know all about beer way too much, my friend. Fire foam? What the hell is this? Allows the construction of fire foam poppers, fire safety buildings which spread fire retardant foam in response to encroaching flames. Really? That sounds really, really useful. Okay. Multi-analyzer, moisture pump. Moisture pump. Yeah. Hospital bed. Yo, dog, how do we make clothes now? Wasn't there like a tailoring thing you had to research back in the days? Maybe I'm wrong. Hold up. You guys work in the background, and meanwhile you work, I'm gonna take a look at my architect here. Production. Oh, here it is. No, this is artistic sculpting. There it is. Hand tailoring bench. Closed by hand. Okay. Okay, so we have the hand one, and then once you get the electrical version, which is the... Oh, there's the electrical version right there. You can use that to make clothes. Okay, perfect. Hey, with the wool out here... Hey, by the way, speaking of which... Yeah, make sure you bring that wool inside, because that can degrade out here, I have to imagine, right? Yeah, easily. So grab it, bring it in here. Okay. I want to make a little bit of a change into our little freezer system inside. Everything's still frozen, which is fine. How are our meals going? Our meals are looking pretty good. We have 5 people. Now, I think this might need... Field stove is fine. This might need a new bill. In that, I like to normally have like around 3 meals reserved for everybody. So we have 5 people. I want to have 3 for each one. So I want to make sure that we have at least 15 meals ready to go. So we'll do 15 up here. And I do this because if our cook ever gets hurt, if our cook ever gets injured, if he loses his mind, we have a raid, we have some food stored up for a couple of days of food before we freak out and think, oh, we only have enough food for 1 day, and then like have nothing in reserve. So I normally like to have like at least 3 extra meals for everybody just in case. So because of that, Snugs, you get it back up there and do your thing. Snipes, thank you for hauling that. And then over here, what we're gonna do is set owner. Well, actually, we have beds for everybody now. No, actually, no, we're missing 1 extra person now. This will be Snipes, and this will be John Cena. Now, Snugs, I'm sorry you're the odd one out because you were the last one recruited. So, we gotta get you a room for sure. What I could do is like make something over here. It's a possibility. It's not exactly too even, but it's gotta work. Alright, so I gotta make some changes to our storage room, and I need to get an actual room for Snugs as well. Not sure if we're not charging up battery or power fast enough now. With the solar generators, we might need another extra 1 or 2. I could just go into the fuel generators as well, so that I could actually power up during the nighttime. That's not a bad idea, having something to power up during the nighttime. Now, do the fuel generators actually catch or short circuit in the rain, like the batteries do? I mean, common sense would say no, just because you actually do fuel it up with actual fuel. There's no electricity involved with it, right? Let's see. Power. Produces power by consuming wood fuel, must be fueled by hand. I don't think it would. Common sense would tell me it wouldn't. But alright, we'll figure that out soon. Now, I want a storage room for just food, and another storage room for just random stuff. Because right now everything's kind of like all over the place. And it bothers my OCD quite a bit. Alrighty. Here's what I propose we probably do. And that is, make like a room. Mine through here. I'm worried about these mega spiders you talked about, but I could mine through here. And then set up a door here. And then this could still be freezer area, and then we could just kind of like cut this off in half. We don't need that big of a freezer for food, right? Like, we'll need some for veggies and meat to freeze. But I'm thinking, like, maybe let's go to orders, and we will do something like... Like, let's be honest. This right here should be more than enough for food for a while, right? Right? And then this could be just random stuff. As a matter of fact, we'll have to expand to random stuff. And for random stuff, we could just kind of mine through here a bit more. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so let's do that. And by cutting the room in half, we might also be able to cut off 1 fridge to freeze everything up in one go. So, okay, I like my plan here. let's actually start working on it meanwhile they're sleeping. So let's go to structure. Let's go to, I guess wooden walls will work too. Why not? So we'll do like this. We want to leave a door open as well. Low medicine. What do you mean low medicine? How much we have 29 medicine though. You have no medicine left in storage. Is that because I built that over that? Well, they're just moving to the side, won't they? Don't lie to me, game. I don't like it when you lie to me. Do we still have any wool out here? We have a little bit more. Otherwise, not big of a deal. And we have silver over here. We should probably get the silver inside so we can use it for trading down the line. Okay. 2 times speed. And let's also set up a door. Gotta set up the door. Wooden door, like so. Now, whenever you open the door, it's going to actually let some of the cooling out. So that's my only big concern here. Like, there's going to be a lot of, like, I guess, coldness creeping into the other room, which can indeed unfreeze your food then. But hopefully it doesn't play out that way. So they moved the medicine. Now, the medicine thing is gone now. Perfect. I was worried about that for a second. So, let's now switch our stockpile area a bit. Inside over here says 10. Perfect. 21. You see that already difference? 10 in here and 21 in here because of the wall. Perfect. So now what we want to do is actually come over on this side and do... Well, you guys can run in the background. Research. Almost there. Almost there. Put you guys in 2 times speed momentarily. Nobody's idle, right? Everybody's doing something? Yeah. Let's go to zoning areas and... Can I just, make a new stockpile? No, it's still part of everything you gotta go there again. Okay. There used to be a way to kind of, like, delete individually. Is that it? This is it right here. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Delete individually. Obviously nothing in the door. You gotta move that to the side. Then, you guys could continue running in the background again. Meanwhile, I do that. How's their food? 10? Alrighty. Very nice. Poor mood. Low mood. Problems. 33. Food is no longer frozen because we have to move it in here as soon as possible. John Cena. Low food. No, we don't have low food either. The food is there. Don't lie to me, game. Let me set up this order here really quickly just in case. So stockpile through here. And this will be storage. Let's clear everything for now. And we'll do foods. Meals, raw food. What's manufactured? No, we don't need that. Raw resources, no. Okay, so just food straight up, right? We're not going to be freezing any corpses anytime soon. So foods will be for meals, which we're making, and raw food, which is meat, vegetables. Yeah, okay. So, and the priority for this is going to be obviously critical. Alrighty. And then over here, I want you to move all the extra stuff to the side. Alrighty. So now with that done, we have to expand this area for whatever have you. And this door needs to be closed as well. Like soon. Like pronto. Because as we mentioned, our food over here is unfreezing now. And I'm not happy about that. Indoor 68. Okay, it's indoors not too hot anymore. We could probably thank the constant rain for that as well. Let's start mining a bit more. So... Please not run into any sort of crazy mega spiders. Or maybe even, remember the mechanoid stuff as well used to always pop up in here. Now, you guys told me the magical number is 9 by 9, and I gotta be honest with you, I feel like this is gonna probably cause a sort of cave-in. So just in case... Did it happen now? No. Just in case, let's also come in here and do cancel on that. And it's gonna be cancel, so it kind of like works as a bit of support. So, there you go. And then we'll expand the stockpile down that way. Move all the food to the other side, move everything else in here. Poor mood, yeah, shut up about the poor mood. Don't lose your shit either, but shut up about complaining all the time. Alrighty, and now we go into zones and we extend the pre-existing one down through here for now. And down through the rest of it. Alrighty, very, very nice. Colonist idols gonna be Snugs. That's because you already met your food quota and you had no other job to do, huh? Alright, cool. Alright guys, we're going to wrap it up here with this episode. We have done really well. We have our 4 rooms. We need 1 more for Snugs. Snugs will be probably made over here. Or maybe we could do like some really weird, like, behind this room thing. Like make a hallway over here. I don't know. I still got to think about this one out. But, good progress. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. I will catch you next time.